Hello and welcome to NDTV. I'm Rohit Kilani. Joining me is Sara Ali Khan. Sara, welcome to NDTV. Your first time with us. We are very excited.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for having me.
Tell me, when anyone joins the film industry, the early interviews are always people want to see how she talks, what is she like. Is that on your mind?
No. I think it's more about what we talk about.
Right.
And here we are. Of course, this is the first time that I'm speaking to you people, and I've been so looking forward to do this.
Right.
And of course, it's exciting to talk about like a lot of things. But
Yeah.
I think one of the main things that one touches upon at this point, especially, is Kedarnath.
Of course.
And
yeah.
That's the most special thing that's happened to me so far. So I'm so much more focused about talking about that
Right.
and ensuring that in the short period of time that I have with you to be able to, give you a glimpse into what it was for me.
Yeah.
That it's really not about how I do it, So as long as it, comes across to you.
These are your first interviews. People
Yes.
will first time see what you're like.
Yes.
No pressure for that?
No,
It's kind
sir.
of amazing if you don't come on.
No, sir. There's more pressure for and nervousness and anxiety to see the way the work is perceived.
Yeah.
Because that's something that really matters.
How the film will be received.
Yes, how the film will be received, how the work will be received, how I will be perceived.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of pressure as far as that is concerned.
Yeah.
But even there, pressure is not really the word I would use. I think that
Excitement.
It's excitement, and I think that now it's, when you've dreamt something for so long and
Right.
it's so close to happening, you're just like waiting for it to kind of all come together. So yeah, there is a little bit of pressure,
Right.
but I don't think it's pressurizing as much as it's just, I want to be able to prove to myself that I'm worth having the dream that I've dreamt all these years.
How nice. The first time we heard you talking was on Coffee with Karan. It was one of the best episodes of this
Yeah,
season.
thank
Everybody
you.
said that. You were with your dad.
Yes.
So what was the plan? Was there a plan you all went ahead with, or you all were just yourself, both of you?
We were just ourselves, and that's not because of any other reason, but that we would be bad planners. You put me and my father in a room, and you give us half an hour to prepare,
Right.
or you catch us off guard, and I promise you'll like us better off guard, because we are bad,
Yeah.
preparers, unless
Yeah.
of course it's with our job, where
Yeah.
I think we're both okay. He is superb
Yeah.
and outstanding, and
Right.
I hope I've managed. You'll tell me
Of
on the
course
7th and
you
8th
have.
of December.
Very well, very
no,
well.
you watch and then you tell me. But I think that, especially on the episode and in life in general, I think me and my father, I think the fact that we're both very comfortable, I think, in our skin, and the fact that we would be very uncomfortable out of our skin.
Both have a good sense of humor.
Thank you very much. He's hysterical.
He's amazing.
He's hysterical and very witty.
Very,
It's
yeah.
not like a crass kind of sense of humor.
No, of course.
It's this dry,
Right.
sarcastic, educated, like if you get it, it's hilarious, and if
Right.
you don't,
Then
there's
you
like
get-
no expression on your face, and that's hilarious.
Right.
So he's always funny.
Right. For the benefit of our viewers, I will take you back. Always wanted to be an actor?
Always.
Always?
Always.
What did you grew up watching?
I grew up watching, a lot of films. I'm a die-hard Sridevi fan.
Wow.
Die-hard. But I think that when I was younger, it was, I think, Karan Johar's
Yeah.
films that one has grown up watching and rewatching and re-watching.
Which ones?
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham,
Right.
most specifically. I could watch
Okay.
it right now.
Wow.
I couldn't, because I have to talk to you and other people that I'm really enjoying in Kedarnath. It's a lot of fun. But after
We will
this,
come to
I
that.
could
Don't
go
worry.
home
Yeah.
and watch Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gham
Right.
on repeat.
And then you went to study abroad.
Yes, I
What was the biggest learning when you came back?
Personally, I think that I learned how to be a little more self-sufficient, because I am born to two parents that have never denied me anything. And I'm not a materialistic person, so I don't mean in terms of materials, but I mean in terms of time, in terms of love, in terms of affection, in terms of making me feel special. I've been given a lot of this and constantly. And suddenly then to go abroad and be in a place that's alien to you, be with people that are alien to you,
Yeah.
coming home in the winter of New York, which New York is beautiful. It's probably one of my favorite places in the
Yeah.
world, but it's also cold.
Very.
And it's cold in more ways than just the weather sometimes,
Right.
And that icy feeling, when you learn to combat that on your own, then I think it prepares you for life a little bit, and I
Right.
think that's the biggest learning lesson for
Was
me.
it easy for your parents to send you, or were you a child who said, no, I want to stay home, I don't want to go?
No, I was a child that wanted to study. I was a
Wow.
child that appreciated the education and the
Right.
opportunity to get an education. And my parents knew that an education is extremely important to me.
Right.
But before I successfully lie to you about how sorted we all are, up until the very last time I went for my last semester of college.
Right.
And when I say last semester of college, I'm talking about like a 20-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Mama, drop me to the airport. Mummy, I'll miss you. All of that.
Right.
From there also, Mummy, missing you. Yeah. And like, of course, I was like hanging in New York and having the time of my life. But every now and then, Mummy, I'm missing you. Yeah.
You missed food, you missed home.
Food though I missed, I still miss. Because I've been told I have to look nice for promotions. So I still miss food.
If you were to run now and eat whatever you wanted, what would that be?
Why do you want to talk to me about this? Do you realize how sadistic this kind of conversation is?
Just to know your taste.
Okay. I'll tell you. Anything I can have.
Anything.
I would have a cheese burst margarita and I would have a lot of chocolate. Dark chocolate because now I've grown to just like that. But like lots
of
with sea salt maybe.
Right. Your release is around the corner. I'm sure you
I'll
can
also have mango milkshake.
Okay. We'll add that and I'm sure your release is around the corner. You can quickly go and eat it after that. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
I have another one 3 weeks later.
3 weeks, 1 day of it won't do much damage.
Promise? Okay, done. On the 7th of December, I'm having mango milkshake and a cheese burst margarita.
Right. Tell me, when you went abroad, did your friends, the friends that you made, did they know your parents are actors? There's big stars here.
Not as many as back here because a lot of friends of mine, were not Indian. So not all of them knew. But then, of course, they found out because it came up in conversation. But it wasn't the first 20 things that one would talk about.
Right. Also you said you're a big Sridevi fan and a big Karan Johar fan. I have to ask you this: your favorite film of your father, favorite film of your mother. Till you think the answer that, think of the not so favorites also.
Okay, so you want to know the favorites first? Yeah. Chameli Ki Shaadi and Omkara.
Oh wow, yeah, everybody loves that.
Yeah,
both of them.
Yeah, amazing. Not so favorites. I don't really know. I think the film of my father's that people like the least was probably Hum Shakals. I haven't personally seen it. Yeah, so that's the only film that I think he got flack for,
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the film.
Right.
So
you can't
I really
Fair
haven't
enough.
seen a film of his that, and I think same with Mom. I can't really think.
Right. Okay, coming to Kedarnath, tell me do you remember what was the first brief of Kedarnath?
Sandeep, who's a friend of my mom's and me, called me and said that Gattu sir has this script that he would like me to hear.
Okay.
And I was overjoyed because I've seen a lot of his films and really liked them. My favorite being Kai Poche. And so, I got the call and I was told that Abhishek sir has this script that Kanika Dhillon has written.
Yeah.
And then I was told to come to Sandeep's house and have a narration where Gattu sir, Kanika, me, my mother and Sandeep were there.
Right.
So it wasn't a brief, it was a full-fledged narration.
Wow, it was a full-fledged.
So it took about 2.5 hours to go from, he has a script for me, to this is the film I'm going to do.
Right.
And the 2.5 hours between that was this outstanding narration.
Amazing. It was a very big decision. So who do you discuss this with, the first big one?
I don't think that I do anything without discussing it with my parents.
Sure, yeah.
I'm fairly open with both of them and I take their opinion into consideration more often than not. But when it comes to things you're very, very passionate about and very, very attached to, sometimes it's hard to silence your heart.
Yeah.
So I got very lucky that both my parents were on board with me doing
They
that.
agreed with this one?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Fantastic.
But had they not, you, me, and this, and all of this would still be here.
Be here, exactly.
Yes, it would.
It looks great. The trailers are really amazing. What was it like for you? Was it stressful? Is acting tough being on a set like this?
I don't know about on a set like this because this is the first set I'd been on. There was no marker to compare it to. But I think that when other circumstances are tough, whether it's weather, climate, light,
not in your control,
hunger, exhaustion, mood swing, anything, how that needs to not matter between action and cut. And when I say not matter, I don't mean like farak nahi padta. I mean like you absolutely cannot be thinking about it because it's your job. The bare minimum to not be thinking about it. I think training yourself for that is a little hard because you are a normal person and you do feel cold and hungry. You know?
Of course.
I'm not even talking about like overwhelming emotions. I'm talking about food and climate that affects all of us. You have to even silence that sometimes.
Right. So wanting to be an actor is one thing, almost getting a film and is one thing, being on a set is another thing.
Totally.
How different is that? You want to tell people?
Very different, very different. I think especially for me, because my parents have been actors and I have been a little aware of what it entails. It initially was it was a tale where the girl was, enamored by glitter and glamour. Then it became a girl who was excited to, explore different aspects of life and her own personality via this beautiful profession called acting. And today, having done not just Kedarnath but also Simba, I realized that it's the most therapeutic thing to do. Because like I said, between action and cut, you're doing nothing but what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And that is beautiful.
That is beautiful.
And that is the reason that I've, continue wanting to do this, because the feeling that you have, and not just yourself between action and cut, that's the more personal, but the more communal feeling of knowing that from the light man to the spot boy to your hair and makeup to your director to your producer to your everybody's on set with the same intention, which is to create something amazing, and everybody wants to do their best. And you see the irritation on the focus puller's face when he's like soft. Or the DOP where he's like, "Arey, shadow," or the boom guy who's like, "Oh, sorry, boom reflection." So it just happens.
They just want to do their best.
Everybody just wants to do their best.
Right.
And we land up seeing just actors.
Right.
But I've seen the amount of hard work that it takes for everybody to be doing.
Right.
And I think that being part of that energy, contributing to that energy, and in our lucky cases being the face of that energy and that thought.
True. Yeah.
And that's a huge privilege.
Great. It's great. And the good thing is when we interview the younger actors like yourself, Sarah, you're talking passionately about Kedarnath, and you said any which way we would be sitting here and doing this.
We would.
Yeah. So were there no talks of what should your launch be like? Some producer, some actor opposite you, anything like that?
Especially in my case, now that Kedarnath is releasing on the 7th of December and Simba is releasing on the 28th of December, I'm not saying that this was the plan, because it wasn't. But there was no plan as far as a debut film is concerned.
Was there no other plan
There was no plan for a debut film for me.
Okay.
I'm here because I want to act. I'm here because I love my job. I'm here because I've been entrusted and given the opportunity to explore my job. And if you guys like me, which I hope that you will, then I'll continue to do this.
Right.
And because of that, it didn't really matter to me what came first.
Right.
It was more important for me to do work, good work, honest work, and continue to do so.
That's great. That's very nice to hear. But again, since you're saying there was no plan, seeing the competition around, it's very competitive. You would agree.
Of course.
So, did that also never added the pressure that there should be a plan?
No. Not at all. I think
this comes from experience of seeing your parents around, or this comes from your nature?
It comes from realizing that even if you have a plan, sometimes it doesn't go that way.
Right.
So what's the difference? You can sit and plan and I can sit and not plan, but the biggest things in your life, you don't expect. So I'm not saying that we should all just be like, flower children and not give a damn, because that would not be fun either.
Right.
But I'm saying that there's really not that much you can do. You can't really... especially in our profession, I mean, almost everything is out of your control.
Right.
So where does planning come? I think living in the moment and acting spontaneously is what it's the best that you can do.
Right. The difference between, say, your generation and Alia's, that's not that much of a difference, but they were not known to us or anyone before their release.
Yes.
You are very famous before your release, thanks to social media, thanks to the paparazzi. They've all added so much, does that add some pressure that, okay, all these guys already know me, I have to perform?
Again, the second part of your sentence I totally resonate with. But it's just that word pressure, because pressure just sounds, like when you say like shut your eyes and say pressure, don't you imagine like this man under a volcano? Like, oh my God, ouch. Like that's the vision that's just attached with the word pressure. I think that now what it is whether it's people in the industry, especially Rohit sir, who's given me my second film without seeing the trailer of Kedarnath. Right. So whether it's people in the industry, or whether it's my parents, or whether it's the media, now I think the time has come to pay them back for this love and adulation, and the only currency that they are going to expect is delivery on the 7th of December.
That's true.
And that's the only thing that I really can do.
Right.
So is there pressure? I mean, yes, I guess a little bit. A small part of me is under that volcano screaming. But the larger part of me is like in a carnival having a blast.
Right. So what do you think this Friday will be like?
I have no idea.
Will you sleep enough? Are you someone
no,
who
I'm
lose-
already not sleeping. I already can't sleep. So I'm definitely, I mean, on the 6th, please, like, feel free to, like, you know, I don't even know what, because I will be awake. But I have no idea. But I really don't know. Of course, prayers and hopes, but
Of course.
there's nothing that I know.
Of course. And lastly, is there someone who you look up to, any actress from now or before, that you think this person has gone absolutely right with her career, with her stardom, with her talent?
Alia Bhatt.
Alia Bhatt.
Alia Bhatt. I think that she's more than just her stardom and her career. I think that the way that she conducts herself. I've spoken to her a couple of times, and the humility and grace with which she conducts herself is what is even more admirable, because she's arguably, actually not even
Very
arguably,
talented.
she's objectively the biggest female star in our country today.
True, she is, yeah.
And I don't think she's let that get to her head or even her shoulders or even her knees. I think that she's just the most grounded. And most beautiful person, and that's
Right.
really admirable.
She is lovely, and Sara Ali Khan, so are you. So best
Thank
of luck
you
to
so
you,
much.
and hope the
Thank
film
you,
does
sir.
very
Thank
well.
you so
Thank you so
much.
much.